My, that was loud. Let's just turn that down to nothing for a minute. Or almost nothing. Hello, everybody. Anybody, whoever's out there. Let's just do the full screen one today. Yeah. How's everybody doing? I was almost late today. We were out shopping. It's not like it was a rush to get home. Whatever time we got home, depending on my energy level, was going to be streaming or not streaming. And, I'm here. So, uh, yeah, it's Thursday, the day before the 4th of July that we're supposed to feel like we're proud to be an American. And right now it's not feeling so proud, but hey, it is what it is. I've got some new stuff. The coffee's not new. I always have coffee. But I have a new mat. Same brand. Saped, Sated, whatever you call it. But instead of the huge mat that was bigger than the surface area that I ever used and had those little containers to put paint in and all that was just proving to be too messy and extra. And it got a bunch of hair and debris and stuff caught in it that I could never really get cleaned out. So I said, fuck it. I'm not keeping that one. I still have it. It's stored somewhere. But I replaced it with another one that was a little bit smaller dimensions and flat without the little ridges or anything here. So it's nice, smooth. It's also darker. Instead of that light gray the other one was. Hopefully this one won't show stains quite so badly. So that's kind of nice. And in the process, it gives me a little bit more room. In addition to that, I also, sorry, let me move the mic a little closer. In addition to that, I also got, you can't see it, but there's a new arm for my camera in front of me. So instead of using one of these kind with the springs and all the arms and all that, it is a pole, like a telescoping pole that goes 3 sections up and can go 2 sections out. So it lets my camera go higher up than I was able to do before. And since I've got that new 4K camera, it gives me more real estate to show my work area and all the stuff that I'm doing. So that's kind of fun. In addition to that, you definitely can't see, but over here, I also got some new shelves that I'm able to mount using little desk clamps on each side. And it has 2 shelves in it. So instead of having some stuff over way off screen where I couldn't get to them, now some of it's right in front of me. So my tape and my water bottles and the alcohol should I ever need it, eraser, all the watercolor inks, instead of them being in that green container with the lid, that was holding up a bunch of stuff over there. It is now in its own dedicated shelf over here. So I have room to grow more of those if I need to. Most of my paints and some other side supplies are up there too. But in addition to that, some stuff literally just got here after starting the stream and while I was in my starting sim screen. This guy right here is it needs to be assembled, but it is a little paintbrush holder. So I saw it on Amazon a while back and I thought it was kind of cool. The one I have now is fine and isn't really going anywhere unless I find out that I don't have room for it. But I'm currently using this guy. It's on like a little Lazy Susan, so it turns. And a selling point that I like is got the large hole in the middle for a bunch of stuff to go in, but truly only like 1 or 2 things needs it. Everything else could stand to have an actual slot, like a round hole for it to go into. So that's where this comes in. And it gives me room to expand and put some other stuff in things that need to be held. Otherwise, I was just never going to use them, like these guys and these and the new empty ones I have that haven't been used of these pipettes, and putting pens and the little water brush and just all the side things I've got that just have no home are going to have a home in this, at least for the most part. And any other big things I've got, I mean, I can still keep this around. I'll figure it out. And there's more. So I think I'm going to start not painting just opening up and preparing and gathering some stuff. Some things I'll just probably assemble off stream and put together, but a couple things we can do here, and then we'll switch to painting here in a minute. So drink coffee if you got it. And yeah, I just yeah, a little tired. I will need that when you're done. Thanks. But yeah, I was lucky to get off early from work today. They because of the holiday, corporate was closing early. So when corporate closed, all our corporate employees got to get off early. So another nice little 4-hour early escape. So because of that, I got to leave and head out for a little bit. And we went to IKEA and got a couple things. Okay. Open. Ah, no. It's canon. That's all the pieces for that. I'll save this for later because bubble wrap is always fun to pop, assuming it's not already pre-popped. Oh, they're wimpy. Aw. Aw. Oh, they're the wimpy ones. Oh, they barely even snap. That's a shame. That's a cold-blooded shame. Okay, well, I'll throw that in trash later. And this can go in the trash as well in a bit. Wow, let's look at the parts and lay them out. Let's make some room. And then we'll find a home for this guy to sit. I was thinking over here, in front of the shelf, but I'll find out. I may move stuff over here later. I've got all kinds of tchotchkes and things. I might end up moving somewhere else to make room over to the left of the camera over here and put it kind of off screen, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll figure it out as I go. Okay, so this is one sheet of paper, one side. It looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. So let's check that first. We have this guy, plonk. One has pegs coming out. The other one does too. And looks pretty identical, but they number them differently. How can you tell the difference? Are they labeled? That's a no. Okay. But they're basically identical. I don't see anything different between them. So I guess the question is, are there supposed to be differences? It is microprint, but no. All the little tabs look like they're the same. So that's fine. Then there is this guy. Okay. And then a matching one that mirrors it on the other side. Okay, so that'll go there. There's this guy, which, yeah, it shows like this. Huh. Hasha. Anyway, D, now it goes there. Okay, connect B1 with C. Okay, so it goes like that. Yeah, okay, fast. No tools needed, right? The only tool here is me. What? Does it go in from the other side? This may require time and effort. Nope, nope, nope. Starting to go in. Ah, there we go. Ooh, that sounded terrible. Oh, that's because it chipped the wood on the bottom. That's stupid. Why would they design it like that? It's fine. All right, well, we'll try to be more methodical about the rest of it. It's just silly. Okay. The next one goes in the same way. Okay. That one's even more fun because it is in the middle. I think that's the trick. I have to whittle with it. Hey, desert lurking. That's all good. Welcome in. Okay. It will go in. You just have to be gentle with it. And I'm going to do some gentle wiggling and try to wedge it in there a little tiny bit at a time. Okay. Almost in. I realize I have something that could help with this. It's a little too late because I already kind of have it in there, but I do have an X-Acto blade if I need to shave some stuff off of it. We'll see. For now, I think it needs all of it to be there just for strength. So I'll leave it like that. Next is this guy. It goes in as the end. Well, this one just kind of went in. Okay. I mean, it's straightforward. It's going to go in like this, but it's got way more to fit. So hopefully this will go in here. That's going to be a thing. But bouncing from one location to another, maybe finishing signs using acrylic, and eventually feeding a cat at a friend's house. So lurking all the way. You're all good. You just have fun, be safe. I'll be hanging out here for a bit. Ripped an earpiece out of my ear. Turn that Zelda music up a tiny bit. Oh yeah, this is going to be very difficult to get in there. I kind of need a hammer. I'm afraid that's going to just fracture this in areas. I did have one. I may go look for it and then Just ever so slightly rounding the edges on this, have a better chance of slotting in. Damn it. Cannot keep my headset in to save my life. Okay. Keep catching it on the edge of the desk. Uh, I mean, this could be the whole stream here, just putting this together. Huh. Huh. I'll be right back. Feel like, well, this old house, except it's crafting the materials that I use to do my painting. Oh, it's weird. All right. I'll have to clean up the mat later because I've got little chips of wood all over it now. Okay. What I have is a little hammer. No tools required, my ass. What if the microphone? Well, that was a bunch of unexpected noise I didn't expect to do. Microphone? Sure. Where? Probably. Oh. Desert's in chat. She's got young ears. I'm sure she's fine. My other half was very fair with that and said, am I doing it right by the microphone? I am. Sorry. I might need to do what I did with the others and just shave down a tiny little bit. We'll see. I mean, mute. Huh? So was that worse? Whatever loan you paid to buy it? And we're gonna find out. There weren't very many options, let me tell you. Looking for things that had this many holes and just options to be able to put things in. So we're gonna try it. It's not like I'm throwing that other one away. I just needed something to transition stuff into. Yeah, it was fun. Not really. I was just like, connect part this with part this. Lies. I mean, it connected. It needed percussive maintenance to connect, but it did it. Woof. Anyway. Well, now that that's done, before we fill it, let's clean up my mess because the last thing I want is little bits of cheap wood everywhere from this. I think everything else won't be quite so difficult as that because none of it's made with wood. This one was clearly like cut on someone's like, I can't think of the name of the machine, but one of those laser cutters. Clearly, I mean, you can tell by the edges that it was cut with fire and light. Anywho, that's that. Let's look at putting some stuff in it. Clearly, the biggest things I've got won't necessarily fit, but some of them will, like these guys. Wow, weirdly go in those. Like a palette knife. That's too big. What about if I put it in this way? That works. But not in the others. And not in that one. So it has to go in the large one. Okay. My mop brush. Okay. My round and script brushes can all go right next to each other. Nice. And fan brushes, those can probably go in front here in a minute. I'll let this be the Princeton corner. Okay. I see that as a thing. We've got cheap brushes. I was using these previously for the not that one. I was using these for the I space in the name of this stuff. The masking fluid. But I found better options in these because they won't stick. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I may throw them away. At least the ones that haven't been through the ringer with the masking fluid, I should be fine with, but the rest of them have been just ruined. Absolutely ruined by masking fluid. So I think I'm going to get rid of the 3. Nope. That one too. No. I'll probably run some water over that one, but it's so stiff, I probably will never use that one. And these other ones I am simply going to throw away because there's no getting that used masking fluid out of these. It's just permanently stuck. And this one's always been a wimpy piece of shit anyway, so in the trash it goes. But I'm going to keep it. This goes into their Princeton. This is a Princeton Heritage. What is it? It's clear, so it's hard to read it. 1. Yeah, it's a number 1 wash brush. This is considered a wash brush. This is considered a mottler brush. Quite know the difference. I've been using the mottler as a wash brush, and I probably shouldn't be. So I'll try to behave. This is too large, will not go in, but this will go in one. So I'll stick it right there. Okay. I have 2 of those due to a shipping error by Amazon. Thank you. Toothbrush for doing stars. I have this little black brush set, which is good for side things. So I'll just keep them over here, literally to the side. All right. And then I'm down to, let's see, for brushes, again, I don't have room for this one, so I'll have to find a better home for him. It's a way too large of a handle to go through any of these. So I'm just going to keep it to the side, safe somewhere, my mottler brush. I'll find a way to store it. I've got some scissors. Those will go there. I've got some pens. I've got a couple of options here. I'll keep them all together. We'll figure that out. Let me see. I think these these are sculpting brushes for clay work. They work really well for the masking fluid. These are silicone tips. So I'll put them over here for now. Actually, I need room for my markers and pens. So I might keep these together. And these guys, same thing. Like a 2-pack. 2-pack. Actually, hadn't used this one yet. Hadn't even opened it. I still haven't opened it. Come now. Come on. There. Got it. Gimme. It's everybody out. Everybody out of the pool now. All right. Okay. That one is similar to that one. And it's got, these have like a little metal nibs on the end, which is kind of fun. Guess I should put them in order. Are they numbered or are they just the size they are? I think they're just the size they are. Great. Okay. You're next. Okay. And you. And you. And then you. Okay. All right. Those are taken care of. Toss the packaging for those. Need to empty out my trash can over here. Okay. All right. Next up, I have some of these already still in the package new up here, but I'll leave them there for now. Oh, that's not big enough at all. That's not big enough. I'll put them in the back and put them both in the same. Nope. Not. Okay. I've got that little water-filled brush. Still has water in it. Doesn't seem to be leaking, so I'm just going to leave it like that. I'll put it in the back as well. Pencil. And goes through the second slot, so that's good. These white pens I use for stars? Nope. They go in that one, though. That's a problem. 8. Not right there. I need somewhere to put these guys. Those holes aren't big enough for that one. They are for this one, but then I'm left without room. I may have to do some finagling to get this to all fit. That has something in it, that has something in it, that has something in it. So that can go there. That can go next to it. Oh, you know, I have room over here. So this can go here. This is script brush. This is script brush. This is a round brush. This is a round brush. This doesn't have to go there. This doesn't have to go there. This can go on that one. This can go on that one. And when my brushes are all together, this one can go there. This one can go there. We're starting to make sense of it all. This one can go here. Right. And the biggest thing I'm going to have is a gap in the front for a bunch of small brushes that I don't own. But everything that I already had with a few exceptions, fit. Now this is empty. This will not fit there, so I'll have to stick it in the back as well. And then I have some pens that I don't think will fit in here, so I'll probably just end up needing some kind of pen holder at some point. Maybe I can shift some of the stuff out of here. But for now, I think we're good. Yep, I'm just going to have to put some of this to the side. For now, I'll just put it in here. Where I'll put this, I don't know, but for now, I'm going to put it over here. And then this guy, I guess I can put him down here at the base. It'll be fine. Now, will this work for over here where I was talking about? If I put this here. Or will I be better served with it being over in here as a corner behind the lamp where I can get to it? That might be the best spot for it over here. Because I don't want to have it right at the back edge of my table because there's airspace, and if I hit it by accident, I'll knock the whole thing back. So having it, up against something over here might be best. I'll leave it there for now. We'll see. That said, let's look at what else we have. Let's scoot this over here for now. What else we got? This one is, okay, this one's easy. No labor required for this one. It seals like that. Interesting. This, I think, might go over there. Or I may put it up on the shelves if I rearrange things. Oh, how interesting. They literally put two together. That's just weird. Okay. Well, that's fine, because I only need one of these. The other one's going to be stored somewhere. I'll worry about that later. But this, how did this get out of here? What was weird acting? Oh, there we go. Ta-da! There we go. It's one of these. It's, hang on. Yeah. You can't see that. It's my paint. It's a holder for tubes of paint. So I'll put it in there. So I can put them up and put them in something instead of being in just a plastic bag. And get some coffee. Because of that. Okay. Okay. What we have here is all of my paint. All of my paint that's in tubes. This is my French ultramarine in a giant container, which probably won't fit in here. If anything, will fit upside down. Nope, it won't fit because it's gigantic. It's the only one I have like it. Because I normally get these 5mm tubes. 5mm? 14? That can't be right. 14, 7. This one's 12. This one's okay. Well, they should fit. Yes, they fit. The only one that's not going to is this giant big boy. So I'll just put him up here with the rest of my paint. And then these guys can all be sorted, and I can put them in here. So I have Payne's Gray. Orient some of these. My indigo, which actually needs to refill, but I'll do that later. Okay. Here's another pretty one. This is turquoise green. It's a nice one. This is black. So black will be easy. Black can go back there. Payne's Gray. Indigo. Oops, if I don't drop it. Indigo. Okay, I've got some blues. Yellow. A reddish. Another red. This one. Dragon's Blood. Another great one. Some greens, a yellow, another reddish. I think we can put blues up next. We have ultramarine deep. We have Prussian blue. We've got that turquoise green. or it won't fit. That's an option too. Super tight. Just bend this in a little bit and it won't be a problem. Or it will. I could just put it upside down. That'll solve all my problems. I won't be able to see what they are, but they'll be fitting. You'll look at them upside down. And that'll be fine. Okay. We have cupric green. Somewhere in here I had green gold. This guy. And so this one is cupric green light. This one is green gold. And then we're on to yellows, I believe. Yeah. This one is primary yellow. This one is yellow, and I can't read that. Vanadium, vanadium, I think. This one's one that I got from Blick. Orlean. We're gonna go with it. Oranges next. We have probably this guy will be next. We have yellow ochre. And of what's left, turn them to the side that's actually vibrant. We have an orange. This one is Orange Lake. This is permanent red light. I'm going to squeeze it in here. It's not necessarily where it belongs, but I also have the dragon's blood. I'll put that over there. We have quinacridone red. And then primary red, magenta. And then a purple. It is quinacridone violet reddish. And room to grow. So that could technically go back here, but I may end up putting it over on the left because it's not something you go to every day. I kind of just load my palette with it. So I might rearrange some of the stuff up here that's not paint and put these in next to it. That might be a good idea. I'll do that now. That can go. That can go. This used for picture hanging. I've got all the rest of these are paint. But for space, the thing can go up here and go to the back because I won't use it as much. And then I can reload it from the front. This can go, F is flat there, so I'll take that. That's metallic and can go with it because it's metallic. I've got my Winsor Newton Cotman set. I'll put that over there as well. Oh, that fit perfectly. This is just a little mini travel palette. And they're magnetic, so it'll stick together. And magnetic where it'll seal shut unless I have it aligned. I'll put that over there too. I've got that other tube of Winsor Newton, the French ultramarine. Put that up here. I've got some white acrylic. White matte acrylic, titanium white. I was keeping that for stars. And then I've got the masking fluid, which there's not really room to set in here, I think. No. And the reason for that is mainly because of the how much empty space that container that the watercolor tubes goes into, but I will make it work. That can go there for now. Like this can come down. I can scoot these over and it can technically go there. These are empty and just taking up space. These I will put somewhere else. So I will find a more permanent home for these. These are, I use these for picture hanging or painting hanging in this case. They're just Velcro command hook strips. They come in a couple different sizes. This one's not open. The other one is. But these were a great deal in multi-pack that we got at Target. There's the large ones and then some smaller ones. And they come stuck together in sets of 4 like this. And you can take them and pull them apart in the middle and then turn them over and face them toward each other. And they're the same, like not truly Velcro, but they're not even hook and loop. They're that like plastic one that will stick to itself. So you don't need to look for the fuzzies and the hook side. It's just all together. And you just stick them together. I'm just doing it for demonstration purposes. I'm just kind of shoving it together, not really completing it like I would. And then there's a little peel off on the back too. So you can peel it off and stick it on the back of the painting, and then peel this one off and stick it on the back of the painting. And then they'll be on opposite sides. You peel them off and you stick them to the wall and press it down firmly. And then you can always take the painting off in the future and open it up and do things with it, change it out and put it back up on the wall without ripping your stuff off the wall. So they're super handy. And you don't really see them either. So no holes on the wall. Unless like us, you have really cheap, terrible, and it just like chips off because that's what it does. Wow, I'm already an hour in. Let me hurry up. Okay, that goes into storage. This guy, oh my gosh. Yeah. So this is fun. Probably not going to be great quality, but it is for a project that I'm working on. Oh my, that is just a lot. Okay, I'll open that and try it. It's, oh, excuse me, watercolor paper, 5x7, already pre-cut and sized in that shape. Excuse me. The goal with this is one, see if I can print on it using my laser printers. I don't know if it will because it might be too thick to bend. It might get stuck. I don't have a straight path printer. So there's a potential that it might get stuck trying to print. But I figured smaller sheets are more flexible than large ones, so I might have a better chance with this. So I'll try that later. But this is, yeah, it's actually kind of nice. It's kind of a smooth texture on one side and more of a rough texture on the other. So I'm interested in experimenting with it. My goal, I'm not really fully ready to talk about it because it's still testing in my brain. But I want to see if I can basically print designs, kind of like I do when I'm tracing on my light box, but print it with a laser printer directly on the paper, make sure it doesn't like flake off or do anything silly and that you can paint over it. So I can build some kits. But that's for another time. And if that ends up not working, then I've just got a nice large collection of already pre-cut 5x7 paper, just ready to go for testing, for small paintings, for anything I want it to be. It can be scratch paper if it turns out to not be good for painting. I can use it for swatching. But yeah, there it is. You can see it with the texture. And then the other side doesn't really have much of a textures, just kind of gentle. I'd almost prefer to paint on that side, but I guess it's up to you. What side do you want to paint on? So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'll leave that to the side to experiment with later. That is 230 GSM. So I forget what that is in pound. I'll have to look it up on the listing. But it's a lighter than or thinner than the paper I normally use. So I'm hoping that will also help make it be more flexible to go through the printer. So we'll see. Nice. And the last thing I got over here, and then I got to clean up the mess again. And then we can finally do what I said I was going to do, paint. this guy. Okay, so this is another desk organizer thing. Before I do anything with it, let me remove the knife and clean up this mess again really quick before I add anything to it. Ah, okay, that should dry off here in a second. All right, let's look at this. Hopefully this is mostly assembled already. Except for a couple of little tidbits. I see a piece of paper from here. Gimme. Let go. Give it to her. All right. Okay. Fascinating. What a weird way to ship it. Look at that in a minute. This is a storage bracket, it calls it. Cute. My goal for this is that it attaches to the side of my desk. Like on the right side over here, it'll attach like this up against this side with these little C-clamps that they shipped little pieces of wood in the clamps for some reason. I guess so the pieces don't disappear, whatever. But the goal is it's got this little container and a little hook thing to hang headphones or whatever I want from, and some little peg hook things that latch into the peg hook side. But the gap in the middle is so I can put my clipboards and any paper that I'm working on in the moment and not over my more permanent storage can be right here at the desk just to make it easier to get to. So I thought that was kind of neat. Let's put it together. It looks like it's going to be simple. It's not like I have to build it or anything. Yeah, they shipped it with this like particle board wood, which is fun. Thankfully, I'm not meant to use that. All right, those can go in the trash. And let's get this large enough to attach. I think that might not be enough. Let's go a little more. Side it over here. Yeah, not white. Nope, not there yet. How now? Closer, but not quite. Okay. Not quite on this one. Almost. Okay, there we go. All right, so that will go on. But let's experiment and see how the rest of this works. Here's the little clip. That's a magnet. So that one doesn't clip on. That one just sticks on there. So that will work. There's no heavy stuff that will rip it off. That sticks. And so this can be used. Oh, you know what? This could be for the pens I had from earlier that don't stick to anything or don't have a spot. Go in here. Yep, so we got a little spot for those to go. I don't know what will fit in the other spot. We'll worry about that in a minute. What is this? Here it is. Okay, hold on. Okay, well, guess what? Going through whether you want to or not. Okay. It can be used for anything. It looks like it could be used to stick. This is kind of tacky. That's gross. I imagine that will just clear up as it goes, I hope. We'll find out. But I guess the idea is it can be a holder for a controller or something, but I'll find something else to use that for. This can go like so. These are just individual hook spittoons. I just had to find the 10 pence. Oh, there we go. The flat for the bag. Then on this side? No, it's on this side. No? I can see the flat. There it is. Yes, these are just a bunch of individual hooks. And do something there, and do something there. And then back there. And there. And then rearrange it in the future when I see fit. And that's everything. So it's just a matter of sticking it on now. So let's do that. Helping over here. So that's what we're working on later. Gonna set my headphones down for a minute. Cool. All right. I'll have some stuff that I could put on. Not everything. Oh, my head. Right. I have these. Around, I can go sideways, but yep. I've got these two clipboards. So I can put one here. And one here. Limits. And a bunch of scratch and other paper here, which I may or may not put with this. It may not fit, so I'll figure out a place for this stuff. Some hardwood pieces. Oh, and that's new. I meant to show that. curious. All of these in here, and I don't think this will fit in here. Let's see first. Oh, no, like that. That might be all that can fit there, but anywho. Gimme. All right. Well, I'll clean all this up here in a second, but this is another new thing we got. We got two of these, one for me, one for my other half. They're rechargeable light boxes, right? How fun is that? So instead of having to be hooked up to a USB cable all the time, I can just charge these. And in a modern way, through USB-C, but it has 6 different brightness levels and some different tones. So there's like a warm, a cool, I'm sorry, that's a warm, natural, and cool. Yeah, warm, natural light, cool. I had it on cool. And then, yeah, this is the lowest brightness. It goes up, 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 and up, and then back down again. You can't see because the auto brightness changes it, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this is the brightest it gets. So to trace something, like earlier, I traced this guy, right? And with paper on it. There's something else on here, but you can see, like, it makes it super easy to read and see through once it's taped down. So it's pretty easy to trace on top of this. So really handy. Nice that it's rechargeable, makes it easy to get to. And this is what I traced that we were going to work on today. So let me put this guy up. All right. I've got my palette over here. What we're going to work on today, all of this stuff. I want to keep this handy. I'll put that there where I can get to it. All of this stuff I will find another home for later. I'm already dropping stuff. All right, I'll worry about permanent storage for the remaining things, and then throwing out garbage later. Snack some coffee. And I'll show you what we're going to work on. This guy right here. And I got debris all over me from this stuff. I can decide, am I going to want to use this palette and mix stuff as I go? Or use the Kuretake set, which I've not really used a lot of, to be fair. Because this has a lot of nice colors in it too. So that's an option. I might use this set. And just kind of go for it. I think I will. Just for fun. All right. So I will set this over here so I can see it. And set this. I told you I was going to start knocking stuff over. I already have. Let me move this palette out of the way and put this one here. Put that over there. I'll need to get some water here in just a minute. Let me snag the one that I accidentally knocked back behind me really quick. It's right there. Just my spray. I'll actually go ahead and spray this down really quick. And I guess one of the other differences after rearranging the desk a little bit is I did have a third light over here to the right. And I don't know if I need it. And it's kind of nice having shadow and not the whole surface just being blinding, right? So I'm okay with it like this for now because it's bright where I need it to be in this area. So I'm kind of happy with that. So, all right, I'm going to go get some water for this stuff and then I'll set some paper towels down and we can get started and figure out what we're going to do. All right, be right back. What? We talking to the doggo? Oh, like, so, huh? Oh, like there's a breed over here already. Our person. Down the trip, down the track. Oh, all right. I've returned mostly. God, this music is a drag. Switch to something else. Blah, blah, blah. Who do I want to listen to? I don't know. I don't know. How about this? You sing. Turn that down a little. All right. Yeah. Whatever. All right. I think I need to move some of this. Sit behind me, and the day I could think of things without remind me. Space. Oh, all right. So we have grab my round brush, my favorite, size 6. Oh, there we go. Size 6 round. Turn this down. Yeah, so I think I'll probably just find some colors to experiment with for the different areas, and then test them out on this new piece of 5x7 that I've got here, so I can try out how this paper works, and then just hit it. So yeah, I think maybe to be safe, I can start with sky. Can't go too wrong with the sky. So yeah, let's look at that. Probably going to go with this ultramarine pale. Let's see what it looks like. A very pretty sky blue. Yeah, it's not bad. So far, the paper is fine. All right. So should I want to do some cloudiness? I can go with a bluish gray, like indigo, or I can go just to black. The indigo is really pretty on this set. Kind of dark as it comes. So for the bottom part of clouds, that wouldn't be too bad. There's only 2 clouds in this sky. Yeah. And aside from that, black is just black. It'll be black and then gray and then barely gray. So I could always start with gray and shift into a light indigo for the clouds. But I can do the clouds last. Just look at the sky. Sky can be probably an even blue color. Maybe just do it thinner in some areas, richer in others. I don't really need to be shifting between shades or trying to do a gradient since this is already kind of done. I'm just kind of filling it in. So let's scoot it over here. Yeah. So far, I'm satisfied with this paper, but I'm just barely learning how it works. Still wet, but I like how it's laying down. And this is the rough side. I'll maybe get another sheet in a minute and try the smooth side. All right. So let's put it over here like this so we can get to the sky a little better. Let's do it upside down. I think I'll probably wet on wet and I'll just start trying to pre-wet the areas where there's going to be sky. Correct. And then, well, Nice. Hey, Crochet, welcome in. I'm glad you love BNL. I adore BNL. Okay. Man can in his words. Awesome. We'll sing it together. With that helicopter sing to take me away. Where are we? And then changed back. Nothing hard to be with you. So worth divided. The city's in view. As usual, I'm almost on time. You're the last thing that's on my mind. Wish I could tell you the way that I feel, but tonight is the night I fell asleep at the wheel. The notion, no screaming breaks. Most of it's over before I wake. From the ceiling, my coffee cup drips, while out the window, the horizon just flips. Most part was hitting the ground, not the feeling so much as the sound. Help with wonder if all this is real, but tonight is the night I fell asleep at the wheel. And passers-by, slow motion water, the fire engine guy, run with their mouths open wide. Heard some idiot ask if someone's inside. With the jaws of life they tried and they tried, but nobody here can know how I feel, 'cause tonight is the night I fell asleep at the wheel. I guess it's all for now. I guess it's all for now. But there's something serene. I'm just a posthumous part of the scene. Floating about, looking at the wheels spin. Slump with a grin, and you're the last thing on my mind. Oh, BNL, you're so weird. In a good way. In the ground. A hidden sun that burns and burns. harm to anyone. You are incredibly welcome. Trust me, I'll play BNL all day long if you let me. This is Kevin from BNL. It is a little slow though. This is one of the Kevin songs that are always slow and weird. No, 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 no. Let me find an album I know. A hidden sun that burns and burns and never does any harm to anyone. Oh, I like this album. Gordon. Everybody knows Gordon. I haven't linked Spotify to my channel, so I will have to do that. I need to get the API key thing, like pay for the subscription so that I can actually link it properly. Then I'll be able to actually like show what it is. But I just have a screen grab of it showing in the bottom left corner of the screen, showing whatever song is playing. It's the best I've got at the moment. Do I know Kane and Potvin? Oh, I don't. But I'll have to look them up. Oh, you're Artful Turkey's mod. Oh, hey, that's right. Welcome in. Yeah. Oh, right, because I've been over there, and I think he's been playing loads of BNL, if I remember right. Yeah. The warehouse, and my turtleneck just reeks. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Took the change room to the doom and gloom of the hotel room. I think this seaside beer hall is sinking to the bay. Hello, city. You've got an enemy in me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello, city. Hello, city. I should have been time. Maybe I should call you back next week. Maybe help the faultless mind that the sun didn't shine on Barrington Street. Okay. Let's get some trees. Their trunks. Okay. It's gonna be very tiny. I should switch to a smaller brush. Hope tomorrow that I wake up in my own bed. I don't have to say it. Whoa, that's awesome. You're an AM, FM, and internet DJ in Canada? Oh my God. I'm overwhelmed by someone with skill and knowledge, of which I have neither, by the way. I I struggle at the best of times to remember most bands, most things I see and I hear. I know this because I had a friend when I lived back in Georgia who was like a huge BNL fan, and they got me hooked. And now myself and my partner are hooked. I don't always know everything from every like known band from heart. I've never been like exposed to it enough to remember that kind of thing. It's never been my forte to know those details. But if I played enough, I know it like this. I was to school and I'm already failing. This is me in grade 9, baby. This is me in grade 9. This is me in grade 9, baby. This is me in grade 9. I read a thing stuck in him like a spider. I try my best to feel like a minor liner. When I fall the fourth button to put down on man, guess I shouldn't tell him that I like to Duran. In grade 9, baby. This is me in grade 9. This is me in grade 9, baby. This is me in grade 9. And the others are depressed. None of them can hardly study for my math test. I guess I should have studied instead of watching Wrath of Khan. This is me in grade 9. They called me Buckwheat. They called me Eddie. Grade 9, baby. Yeah, this is me in grade 9. This is me in grade 9. In a pair of leather pants, I put them on and I went to the high school dance. Oh man, I'm gonna miss heaven. Grade 9, baby. This is me in grade 9. Grade 9, baby. This is me in grade 9. Soon. This is me in grade 9, baby. This is me in grade 9. It's me in grade 9, baby. Yeah, this is me in grade 9. Bum, bum. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Loving music the way I do Trump's experience. I appreciate that. Yeah. You're so cheery dancing right now. I'll have to turn it up here. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let me know. You can just shove out into so. This has been my problem now. You can find one neighbor as paradise goes in life. And now you're pulling out walls. Isn't it beautiful to see two people so much in love? Bare naked as two virgins, hand in hand, hand in hand in glove. Now that I'm coming away, it doesn't seem to me to be such a pain. Have you hanging off my ankle like some kind of ball and chain? You can be my yoga. Here we go, life just one big pond. Another when I say this, I may be stepping on pins and needles. I don't like all these people slagging her for breaking up the Beatles. Mr. the Genius. Herself Venus. Dun, 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 dun. No distortion good, still hitting the harmonies. And you know toe dancing. Don't ever deny it. Toe dancing is a good thing. This. I don't remember this from this album. Wrap Your Arms Around Me? Where did I never hear this? I know that sometimes they did different versions of the same album. Let's listen. Huh. I like this one already. Oops. Let's not run. What am I going to do for the water? That's, gosh. Oh, that's so funny you should say that. I adore the Moody Blues. I was playing them the other day. I was playing a lot of stuff the other day. Moody Blues. I played the musical soundtrack from Rent. I think Monday stream I did from the Aladdin musical. I kind of bounce all over the place. Yeah, I may switch to Moody Blues after this. We'll see. I know them just about as well as I know BNL. My mom got me on Moody Blues many moons ago. Oh, that's the one. Okay. I think I will start with this cerulean blue and just kind of get into the corners. And I'll add on top of it. And try not to cover up this cool looking moat dragon. Was pilot and looked at me and said, "What a good boy, what a smart boy, what a strong boy." When we were born, and looked at you and said, what a good girl, what a smart girl, what a pretty girl. You got this chance, hanging around all these people want to strangle us with them before we take our first breath. Afraid of change, afraid of staying the same when temptation comes. We just obey. This name is the hair shirt I wear, and this hair shirt is woven from your brown hair. This song is the cross that I bear, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me, be with me tonight. I know that isn't right. Be with me tonight. I go to school. I write exams so I pass or fail. If I drop out, one give I tell. And if they do, they'll soon forget. 'Cause it won't take much for me to show my life ain't over yet. I'll wake up scared. I'll wake up strange. I wake up wondering if anything in my life has ever gonna change. And everything around me stays the same. Oof. No, brother. There was pain. Be with me tonight. Dun, 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 dun. No, that it isn't right. Be with me tonight. I couldn't tell you that I was proud. Shaking out of the pen and the paper. Sat down and I wrote this song. I couldn't tell you. So instead I looked in the mirror, watched TV, laid awake all night. I've got this chance. I'm in a real... I thought I saw that. Thank you so much for that. How thoughtful to give a tip. I appreciate the hell out of that. I did see it come in on my phone. But yes, I thought I had the tips set up to alert through Stream Elements, but I must have missed it. Let me see if that's something I can look at quickly. Stream Elements right there. It's actually been a minute since I looked into this. Let's see. Tools, overlays, edits. Oh, you want to know why? It is. I know what I did. Yep. It wasn't in the scene that I had open. That is all me. It's in this one. It's in this one. I actually just made these full screen ones the other day, and I had not put Stream Elements in. And in this one, yep, it's also not here. Thank you for that, for reminding me. I did not recall it was missing. And now the chat will show up. Look at that. Be right back and have another wine. Have one for me. I think we have some in the I know you're not supposed to store it in the fridge, but we have one in the fridge. We just use it for cooking. I'm not going to be drinking that one. It's not the king of bedside manner. It's not the Tom Jones, next door. He's not the king of bedside manner. He hardly only lives there anymore. He's not the king of bedside manner. Not the king of bedside manner. Hardly even lives there anymore. Sticks, domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo, 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 domo. He's not the king of bedside manner. I wonder if I can replay alerts. I see people replaying alerts all the time, but can I replay alerts? Never thought that you would love me the way that you do. I think so. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I need to do something more epic than that. I just have it showing a pop-up. I don't have any sound alerts associated with it, so I can modify it. But at least it's working. That's the important part. Bum, bum, bum. I never thought that words like product could ever leave my lips. But something happened to me somewhere that made me lose my grip. It's lack of inspiration that makes me swim. Or maybe it's a lack of inspiration. God, I forgot the words. If you want it, because you got it. It's all right here in my box set. Bum, bum, bum. Disc 1 is where it begun. It's on the greatest hits. And if you are a fan, then you know that you've already got 'em. Disc 2, it was all brand new. An album's worth of songs. And we had to leave the whole disc blank because some other label bought 'em. Disc 3, and this is really me. Grade school playing. I had about 100,000 lines, but of course I forgot 'em. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. I never thought there'd be days like this. There was always someone at my door. I never thought I would ever miss. The crowd would always holler for more. But now it seems all that people want is what I used to be. And every time I try to do something new, all they want is 1973. That we're regretful for all my past success. I can only sing Student Page so much. He's so high in multiple ways. You got it. It's right here in my box set. Bum, bum, bum. Disc 4, never released before, and you can tell why. It's just all the demos I recorded in my basement. Disc 4 was barely alive. I was hacking up along. Had to use a special computer as my replacement. Disc 6, a dance remix, so I can catch the latest trends. And it'll make you scratch your head, and I wonder where my artist went. Not even gonna try to sing that. Saying I've lost my touch. Bum, bum, bum. Say I should just get the hell out before I do too much. Hit my son's in and out for a bathroom cleanser. They say it's greed. And this time of need. And buy it. Hope you enjoyed my new parts. I hope you enjoyed my new parts. I hope you enjoyed. New box set. Bum, bum, bum. It's really wild how different Stephen Page and Ed Robertson are. Like, they've got two totally different sounds, but they go so well together. And it's just a shame that Stephen Page left, was evicted from the band. I don't know the true full story of it, but just shocking. Just shocking. I've always been more of an Ed Robertson fan myself. So, like, the band as it is today is kind of better in a lot of ways, but it's definitely missing that Stephen Page sound, right? I doubt they'll ever get back together, even for, funsies. I have no idea what their personal histories are with each other, but I have a feeling that's never going to happen. Just to guess. I like silk. I like ice cream sandwiches too. I like fish sticks. But I love you. If you don't believe me, you think all I think about myself. Let me explain. Don't walk away. I love you. On me, right? You love you. That's right. I love you. So what are we to do? I know. Love you so. Much. Well, are you? Can you? My new talent. Life was fine until I came round. Something good. I had to you slowed me. I find you. So let's make a family tree. Dun, 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 dun. You know that I love you so. I don't say too much. Are you? I'm in town. My life was fine till I came round. Love me, you love me. I love you. So let's make a family tree. I love you. You love me. Make a family. You love me. When you're an affiliate, you should add a song redeem for cheap channel points. Oh, totally. Trust me. Like, definitely planning what to do when affiliate does happen someday in the future is on my list of many things to do. I'm not screaming to get there. I mean, clearly, I'm very happy going along at the pokey little pace that I am because by all accounts and purposes, I don't believe that I am super entertaining. I'm just kind of doing this for fun. But if something someday miraculously happens from it, 5 years down the road from now, I'm down with that at whatever speed it gets here. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I feel glad hearing that I am doing it right because coming out trying to be like, ooh, I need to be a big streamer. F that. I have no time, nor effort, nor desire to do that. I have a full time job. Could this become a full time job? Maybe. But every time I see someone leaving their work to do this full time, I cringe. And not in a bad way. I guess in a bad way. Um, it's terrifying, right? I mean, I'd rather start a full-time proper business with all the nuts and bolts, all the thought and planning and skill and people and accounting and taxes and just everything, right? Behind the scenes to make it function. But this kind of thing is it's hard to wrap my head around it being a job because this could drop and disappear at a moment's notice, and then where are you? Which makes sense why so many people who do this sort of thing and have been making it a job for years see the writing on the wall and they're diversifying and doing as many different things as they can, merch and side things and branching out into voiceovers and singing and all that, right? That's a great vibe. It'll happen. You're doing it right. I offer to mod for you. Thank you. That's incredibly sweet. I sometime when there's a need for mods, I think that's just it's just going to be a thing. You can make the top of the list simply by existing, and you're here, so I appreciate that. I don't know if I'm ready for mod life yet. Clearly, we'll know when that time comes. Clearly, I think that happens when there's more than three regular people being here all at once. you know, but thank you. I appreciate it. I accept it for when the time comes and there's a need if you still offer and something starts getting out of control where I can't do what I'm doing and manage people at the same time. Yeah, absolutely. Totally on board with that. Thank you. Um, I clearly watch Twitch and I see how that works, but understanding it truly and like behind the scenes and how that functions, what buttons to press, how to make somebody become a mod, how to give someone the right amount of control and how clearly not to. Like I know all this built in and I can read over it, but I've not gotten that far, in needing that just yet. But clearly it will. It's a thing. It needs to happen. Um I just I don't know. I think with time and really working out a pattern for how I do things, I think once I'm satisfied in I don't want to call it a template, but it kind of is. You've seen clearly how people have like a template for how they stream, you know? Um, they start the intro, they do a thing, whatever that thing is, could be going over old stuff, something of that nature, uh, tease what they're going to be doing. If they have any kind of sponsor thing, they do sponsory stuff, talk about their friends. Newsflash, I don't have many. uh, and then they get to new business and then they just work through that for as long as they're satisfied to go. Me, probably be much of the same. I already kind of do that. I come in, I intro, even though I'm just doing it to myself most times, but I do have a few other people that have become regulars that I've rated to in the past and then stayed and watched and enjoyed watching them work and watching them stream. And they come in all the time as Goddess Whispers and Desert Dragons Lover. They both are regulars hanging out here, and I watch their content all the time as well. And then outside of that, I work full time, I rest, and I sleep, and I eat, and I hang out with my boyfriend, and and our dog, our 0.5 children, our dog. And then, this is something I'm doing I don't know if you're here to ever hear any of it, but my purpose in life with this, right? Um, a year ago, April-ish, I was in the middle of a serious project at work, and it was just stressing me out to no end. And I was looking for some sort of hobby. I was already into computers. That's what I do professionally. But computers was always kind of a hobby for me as well. I enjoy old retro computers. They make me very happy. I'm in my early 40s, so like computers from when I was a kid that were older, becoming older, less used, and being upgraded and replaced then were hand-me-downs to me. And that's why I fell in love with them, right? Because I cut my teeth on them. So old DOS era machines, Windows 3.1, Windows 95 when it came out, all of that was my forte. So looking for computers of that era or just older than that is what I was kind of looking for. And it was just kind of getting hard to find because everybody was doing it at that time. And it became a turn the hobby into a how can we scalp it and sell it to these idiot hobbyists for more money than they can afford. And that's when I gave up because I have no desire to do that battle. So I was sitting there working, stressing, trying to find like, what's the thing that's going to give me some joy, some happiness. And so I I remember that I enjoyed watercoloring when I was a kid, like 1 or 2 times in school, and I thought, "That seems interesting, let me look up what people do with it." And I found Jenna Rainey. I don't know if you ever heard of her, hanging out with Artful Turkey, but she's a well-known watercolorist. She mainly does floral stuff. She sells a lot of her product to retail stores on products, I guess phone cases and I don't know what else. I'd have to look her up some more. But I watched her training and tutorial videos and total sweetheart, really funny, really witty. And I just got some basic kits and started learning from her and then just kind of took off from there. And whenever I was stressed at work, I would try to do some sort of painting to the side to just grow. I didn't, still really don't have any major artistic talent and have zero training aside from what I found online. I just kind of go with it. I go with the flow. Sometimes it's like this childish, just color by number, basically. And then sometimes I come up with stuff, but I like really abstract things. So you'll see me doing a bunch of abstracts more than anything. And when I am bored, I will sit down and plunk myself here and watch a tutorial for a thing that I am severely lacking or doing badly in, so I can try to learn to do it better. Haven't quite done that yet, but it's on my list of many things to do here. Once I have like a brain fart moment, I'm going to be trying to learn better. But until then, I'm just going to enjoy myself. Let's stop yammering and play some music. Is there any more left on this? I know the flag is near the end of the album. Spot. Crazy is the last song in this album. Are there any other albums here that I want to listen to? Or shall I go to something else? Oh, another good album. I'll listen to Crazy and then I'm going to go to Maybe You Should Drive. Another excellent album from them. Starts with Jane. Great song. I think Jane is the one that I was listening to on Artful Turkey's stream when I popped in. Without you. So let's listen to some music and I'll stop talking for now. And thank you for loving my vibe. I didn't think I had a vibe. I'm just kind of here, but I appreciate it. Let's keep it going. Just like you. Crazy. Just like you. Boom, boom. Dun, 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 dun. The lights are on and nobody's home and my elevator doesn't go to the top. I'm not playing with a full deck, I've lost my marbles. Didn't go up. I'm not playing with a full deck, I've lost my marbles. Oh, oh. The full lost in my back. I flew over the cuckoo's nest and I'm never coming back. Crazy, just like you. Crazy, just like you. Just like you. Crazy. All right, let's get into this. Let's get down to this crack here. Giggity. What am I hearing? I don't know. I feel like that's hearing talking. You were saying things on it? Ha, that's fun. Just checking with my other half to see if they were saying anything, and they weren't, but I was hearing something outside the music. Uh-oh. Senility starting soon. Oh, let's go green over here. I love how they transition to their own song here in a second. And my mock turtleneck just reeks. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I'm supposed to change it. Wait. Stop. Stop. That's the end of the song, but it's okay. Dun 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 dun. All right. The girl works at the store, sweet Jane St. Clair. Still dazzled by her smile while I shop there. Wasn't long before I lived with her. And her sighs while she dyed my hair. Jane, well, I can't decide which side I'm on. Jane, I'll let cowards stay while traitors run. Jane, Jane. Took her salt and frankincense and myrrh. She thought that I was making fun of her. She made me feel I was 14 again. So mother thinks it's cooler if we just stay friends. Giant, can't come into the room, be faithful. Giant, never need a chance to be faithful. Giant, giant. I wrote a letter. She should have got it yesterday. Life would be better by being together. Is what I cannot explain to Jane. Never been a child, less to see Jane Sinclair. I never smile while I shoplift there. Heaven. And then next to Jen and looking on which told her it comes a lovesick jerk. Jen, Jen. Somewhere present, the mirror of epoxy. Somewhere present, mirror of epoxy. I'm kissing you by proxy. Hope you don't mind. When the sunlight coming of you. Curves and love and it on mine. I love you. Intermittently, I love you. Intermittently. Not like you. She don't look like you. Okay, she's not you, but you'll do fine. I might upon hold to avoid confrontation. To my face and risk my mind. Whoa, I love you. Intermittently, I love you. Intermittently. Yep. Way too high for me. You must be blind. Whoa, God. Well, why do I even try to sing that high? Peninsula? Nope, that's all good. I'm just kind of hanging out here for a bit. I'm probably going to go for a few minutes more. I may stop and then come back to the rest of this later. So I may be going offline very soon because I'm beyond when I normally stop. I'm like 2.5 hours. So thank you so very much for hanging out with me. And thank you again for the tip earlier. I greatly appreciate that. And I think I will spend some time this weekend maybe and rework the whole stream elements thing and try to make it look a little bit more appealing. I kind of did like the base effort just to make it function and then ran with it. Right. So I'll work on updating that. Thank you again so much. Please come back and hang out more when you have time and you see me on and I'm doing something faintly interesting and listening to good tunes. One goes that high because there's joy in the attempt. I can totally try. It sounds like hot garbage when I do, but I'm enjoying it. So I guess that's the point. Thank you. These apples are delicious. Bum, bum, bum. As a matter of fact, they are, she said. Can all this food be free? I love when we get to a good Ed song. Wrote me a letter, big as a phone book. I've never been big on mail. I sent her a postcard from somewhere near Lethbridge. Wondered if it still went by rail. I've never been frightened of being enlightened, but some things can go too far. Sometimes I stammer, I mix up my grammar. You get what my meanings are. These apples are delicious. As a matter of fact, she said, can all this food things. I'm not trying to sing a love song. I'm trying to sing a tune. Oh, yeah, sometimes headstrong. I'm living no catching fire. I'm gonna think of sword, wondering will I ever retire? Will I ever retire? Will I ever retire? Uns our intentions, matter of fact, our she says, it's been free. Okay. Okay. I think that's a good place to stop. Yeah. For now. This paper. I actually like how it looks. I was experimenting with this paper earlier because I've got a new, I got a new stack of it. Right here, just a giant, like 150. Yeah, 150 count. Because my goal is to make designs like this smaller, sometimes this big, on paper that's the size that can go through a printer and print out designs that I make so people can paint them in like this, right? And I'm going to be testing on this paper. Yeah, this 5x7, it's like I have it right here, is a cheap. So I got it in bulk on Amazon. It is just a white 5x7, 230 GSM. So I don't know what that conversion is to pounds, 110 maybe. So it's thinner than my normal paper, 300 GSM, 140 pound. So my goal is, because it is a lighter paper, it's thinner, it should bend better when going through the rollers in the printer, so I can print designs on it, so I can make kits. I'm thinking about maybe making a product at some point. It might be 90. No, it says that it's cotton, but you know how that is. It tends to not always be the truth. Let's look. Pull up the listing. Amazon orders. I'm not going to show it. I'm just going to talk about it. It says that it is 150 sheets cotton watercolor paper bulk, 230 GSM for 5x7-inch painting and crafts paper. It can be used for finger paints, watercolor, tempura. I don't know what that is. It's not spelled the same way as the food. Tempera, tempura. Drawing, art room, and homeschool crafts. Maybe not the highest quality paper in the world, probably because I bought it in bulk. But the idea was you get a bunch, right? And the idea was to get some to experiment with so I can see, like, on cheaper quality paper, how does what I'm trying to do work? Will it work? Once I've made a printout on it successfully, can I watercolor on it? What does it look like? What is the texture like? Just doing all the typical testing you want to do. And then I can try to go up like 1 or 2 levels in paper quality, which will give me fewer pages for more money, but to at least experiment with another level of paper as well. Maybe try thicker, make sure it doesn't make the printer bind up. And if it ends up working and I find a good in-between set, then I can build some kits with paper, get some good quality watercolor in tubes, and make little palettes to ship with a cheap or mid-grade brush, so people can have a kit with enough stuff to be able to create whatever watercolor designs they want. And the goal was to give maybe like 3 or 4 printed designs and then like 3 or 4 blank sheets of paper so they can make their own stuff with the remaining paint. I think it's an interesting idea. I have seen people do similar before, but I want to try to enhance it and do my own thing with it. So we'll see. Again, it's super, super early. I wasn't even really going to talk about it, but I mean, it seems interesting. It's not like someone's going to steal the idea. Other people do it. It's just, I want to find a way to do my own spin on it. So we'll see. I might. It depends. There's a lot of stuff that's required to make a thing like that work. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to be experimenting. I'm going to redo things like my swatches for the different types of paint that I've got to see how they act on this paper. I think it'll work. It feels really good. So we'll see how it goes. All right. That's it. I'm going to stop for now. Next time I come back, I will probably go through and start doing additional layers on things that need it. Get some more shadows done to make it look like it actually was done by someone that might know what they're doing, which I'm not, but maybe it'll look that way. Try to fix the sky because I did let it kind of bleed a bit and make some hard edges in here, so whatever. And then hit these hot bodies here, try to make them look good. And this cute little moat dragon and the plants and the little cat fairy. There's a cat fairy in here because why not? All right. I'm going to head out. Crochet, thank you so much for hanging out with me. You have an absolutely pleasant evening. I will be back on Monday. I tend to stream always on Mondays and Thursdays at 4 Pacific. So you'll see me back then. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I will talk to you later. Have a good night. Bye.